Okay. There we go. All right. Boom, boom. Got that. That's set current flag. Boom. All right. Sorry. Little something in my throat. All right. Let's see. So, got Harley going. My pen working? Cool. Pen is working. Let's see, so real quick, yeah, that was the whole. There we go. All right, so we have that put away, so we don't need that right now. So let's see, we were working on the line work last time. Still need to fix some of that. But before we jump into that, if anyone has a request for a quick warm-up, I will take that now. Feel free. I won't draw anything, but I'll draw like semi-normal stuff. No, not safe for work stuff, but I'll do pretty much anything else. Let's see. Hey, how's it going, Cypher? Yeah, I'll bring that line in a little bit. That's the hair. That's the one I want to be on. Let's push this back a little bit more. There we go. That's good. I mean, honestly, you probably have the skills to join whatever one you want. You just have to put in some effort on it. That's all. Let's do that. I'm sure you're plenty talented to get in wherever you want to go. And believe me, as someone who quite regularly doubts their skill level in pretty much anything and everything, it's not that you're not as bad as you think you are. It's kind of a weird statement, I guess, but like for those of you who have that like imposter syndrome, self-doubt stuff, believe me, you're not as bad as you believe that you are. You're a lot better than you think. Oh, and while we're on it, apparently Vintage Gamer Chick followed me while I was offline. Thank you very much. I appreciate that quite a bit. Yes, that happened 7 days ago, but yeah, I don't remember seeing it. So thank you very much. Very, very much appreciated. Um, so yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for like a quick warm up, oh yeah, for sure. That and that's all anything you're going to do ever is just you need time and effort, and eventually, it doesn't matter if you create something amazing the first time. Chances are you won't. Believe me, I've been there. I one of my earlier videos actually on this channel, wherever you're watching from, you're watching from Twitch, but where everyone is, whatever. You can find it on my YouTube, and it was I think it's even labeled as failed D&D or failed character D&D character attempt or something, and it was horrible. It did not go well. It happens, but like the important thing is you keep pushing and you keep going. um, really? It blocked that? I'm okay. I'm gonna allow that one. That one's weird. I don't know why it blocked that one. Like I get it, but we're gonna allow that one through. Yeah. Yeah, I'll let that slide. It's close, but it's far enough away. I'll let it go. Yeah, keep pushing and pulling. Yeah, so I mean, as an artist, I'm never going to say that I'm as good as I'm gonna get. It's not because that's not something I'm prepared to admit. There's always something I can learn, and that's a very important thing to know. But it's also important to know that, at least for me, done is better than perfect. And that is 100% true. I'd rather finish something and have it not be exactly what I wanted than keep like beating my head against the wall if I'm not at that level to where I can make what I'm thinking happen in reality. So I've I've failed so many times. It's not even funny. It really isn't. I've failed so many times at stuff that I've wanted to do, and that is perfectly okay. Like, and there are people out there who think that stuff is better than anything they could ever dream of, and like that's what it comes down to. Is like just because you don't think it's the best thing you've done doesn't mean it's not good. It can still be good. Yeah, no, and that was one of my biggest problems. I stopped drawing for years because of that, and it really hurt me as an artist. It really crippled my development. So, as an artist, I highly suggest that you just finish something. It makes you feel a lot better too. I feel like, at least for me, it made me feel a lot better learning that notion that done is better than perfect. Um, and I don't remember where I saw it exactly, but it changed my perspective greatly, and I hope that if someone's watching and they have that same kind of issue, is where they want it to be perfect all the time and they get super frustrated when it doesn't work out, hopefully that touches you a little bit in the same way it worked out for me, which is I make art now. Yeah. So awesome. It helped me a lot. So hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's totally fine to be a perfectionist and expect better of yourself, but you also have to sit there and sometimes just realize that you're not going to crush it every time. You know, that's the only thing I'm saying is you're not going to nail it every time, and you have to accept that sometimes you just have to finish it and it be over with so you can move on and try something different with what you have learned from your previous piece or your previous project or whatever it is that you do, because it's not a failure, it's just a learning experience. And okay, I think we had a little hiccup there, but I think we're okay. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, that's just that. Does anyone have any requests real quick? Quick little sketch warm-up thing for me, or should I just keep working on the line art here? Wow, that is awesome. A whole book. See, and I have something in my head that I want to do, a whole like graphic novel type series. I just need to actually sit down and write out all the stuff. I have the main hero type characters and some backup characters for them, but I haven't actually started writing the story or any of that. So really lagging on that. And mostly because I'm not the world's greatest writer. I'm pretty good at making characters, but I'm not the best at like fleshing out a story. And that's where my problem lies on that. So yeah, like at some point I definitely want to do that, and I need to like sit down and flesh all that out. But that's really incredible that you're doing a whole comic. That's awesome. See, and like that's the problem that I have is like I can write a story down, not like there's going to be run-on sentences and it's going to be horrible, but it'll get the point across. But like I'll basically when you're doing a comic, you also have to write a script. You have to write script style so that your artist will know what's happening, who's saying what, and all of that. I mean, I'm the artist, but I'd still have to write it out script wise. And I definitely don't really know how to do that type of writing. On top of the fact that I'm not the world's greatest writer to begin with. But, yeah. And that, yeah, it's just something you have to put down. My stars are gold. My old one with that. Can't use the feel that I used to. Well, I mean, a lot of things are just rewritten now. Like a lot of big movies are just remakes. If you think of it that way, I mean, it's not that crazy to do the same thing. I feel like that's me. I don't know. I hate how wobbly some of these lines are. Okay, and we're on the wrong layer for that, so that'd help. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I enjoy some of them. Some things I have problems with, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it is what it is. You gotta deal with it. I think I've smoothed out all the stuff lower for the most part here. Yeah, I'm gonna drop. And we're on, that's this layer. Okay, there we go. I've got a very big role play with my friend. It's about 3 years old. So I just can't draw it all. That's awesome. That's a really long RP. That's awesome. The film industry sucks up on remakes. Are basically the only thing. Yeah. I haven't seen the Sonic movie yet. And I really want to because I was really upset with the original look of Sonic. So I'm very happy that they went back and fixed it and kind of changed the movie a little bit. So that's good. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hopefully going to see it tomorrow. And I'll maybe share my thoughts on that once I get to it. But I absolutely love Jim Carrey. He's an insanely talented actor and artist, and like he's a very creative person, so that's really cool. And his voice, yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes some remakes are done for a good reason, and some of them are done well. A lot of them are done for the wrong reason, which is to make money, and they are not done well. I'd say a good chunk of them are not done well, but I mean it kind of, for me it depends. There are, like I said, there are some that are done for the right reason. More obscure movies, definitely. When they get a remake, it's kind of awesome just because they have a chance to make the quality better, more people to see the stuff that should have been seen originally. Stuff like that I like. There aren't a lot of those. Like I said, it's kind of one of those things. Remakes are weird. Let's hide that for right now. I need to get rid of that black. There we go. We should hire people like me. Yeah, I mean, that would be really, really awesome. I think. Yes, there we go. I think, yeah, stuff like that would be cool. There's so many just like random talented people in the world that are doing like D&D campaigns and stuff like that. And obviously you would have to kind of adjust, and couldn't just do like fantasy medieval stuff. You'd also have to expand it to more like modern things and normal stuff. Yeah. Let's see, is that not going through on there? It should be going through on there, yeah. It should be coming through. The movie industry should probably hire more like role playing writers, I think, yeah. More young storytellers, I guess, would probably be the best way to. I need to fix this. This is not. I don't like that. But they have professional writers. Yeah, but those are the people turning out the stuff. Like, I don't know. I think it'd be good to expand. I need to make this a smaller brush right now. Shrink that brush up. Yeah, they have professional writers, but they should explore younger, up and coming writers as well. I think that would be a good idea. People who are writing like like our role playing and stuff. I think that would be like you can't just pump out remakes and superhero movies forever. It's going to be a problem at some point. That I don't know. I know they're not going to hire like random people who are good at writing like stories just because, and it's just that's how it works. But the problem is that they want to do movies for the mass, which them all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they, their goal is to make money. That's 100%. When it comes down to it, that's their goal. But at the same time, you have to take risks on other stuff. Like you have to take risks on young, smart individuals, talented people, and they're not going to, and they probably won't ever. But yeah, I mean it's 100%. Like that's obviously something that happens quite a bit. Is they'll either pay them a small amount of money and take their story and never credit them and all of that fun stuff, or they'll just straight up steal the idea and kind of rework it slightly. And it sucks that we live in a situation where that's acceptable. Well, we live in a world where it's okay to do that to people, because I really don't think it is acceptable for especially these giant corporations who are just in it for the money to be doing that. Yeah, no, it's really sketchy. It's messed up. Like I have a buddy who films, who does work here locally, and he's worked in Hollywood, and it can certainly be sketchy as all get out. And he actually has he's done a pilot for a show he's pitched with some actual big name people, and if it doesn't get made, I'll be bummed because it is gold. Buying the idea is fine, but at the same time, it's art. I don't know. I feel like it's a really closed off industry, and it should be more open to new upcoming talent, as opposed to just throwing a larger, well-known writer's name on something. Like, because all of the people who are big now, calling it is a bit stretch. What's writing a story, making character sheets, send it to Hollywood film industries. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's the industry is very very strange. I mean, not. It's very old model where they know what they're getting, they know what's going to sell kind of situation, or they think they do at least, and that's just kind of how it works. Unfortunately, it's just how making money works, I guess. They know what has made money in the past. They know what they think is going to make money in the future. Once you have a brand or... I mean, honestly, that's one of the reasons... Keep selling it until it's dead. Yeah, that's one of the reasons Firefly failed back in the day. Because that show should have been going for so long. No, I don't. I do not know what or who or I don't know. No. But yeah, Fox just let one of, in my opinion, Joss Whedon's greatest pieces of work just die. And and he was he was well known at the time, even for Buffy and stuff like that. And it's, yeah, I don't know. Everyone hopes she gets an offer. Okay, that's good. I mean, I hope it works out. Like I said, like my buddy, who I've known for years now, he's got some. It's got a really solid pilot. Oh, has okay. So I know. Yeah. Okay. I do know who that is, and I saw like a snippet of it before. I haven't watched the pilot yet. I really need to get around to it, and the animation is like flawless and it looks amazing, and I need to watch those because I know they're, yeah, 100%. And that's incredible. It's also a lot of work to be doing everything yourself. I think that's one of the other reasons I haven't really gotten around to starting like the comic that I really want to. High budget and take it time. Put a lot more characters. Yeah, I mean, and that's certainly part of the problem too with the Hollywood movies is they they put a lot of money, time, and effort into them. Um, and the issue with that is the people funding the movies, it's an investment. It's not a labor of love. Um, unless you get something like Garden State. I don't know if you ever watched that. Zach Braff's movie. It was entirely funded by like a Scrubs fan. I think one single person just gave him the money for the movie and just said, do what you want. And now that we have crowdsourcing, I feel like that's a lot more of a realistic thing that can happen to people if they have a really good idea, is they can get it crowdfunded and have complete control over how their movie is going, and that's kind of incredible. So I mean, things are opening up in a different way than they ever could have before, which is awesome, and it gives us a little bit more freedom to the artists out there with their vision if they can get it funded, which is crazy awesome. Um, and that's a way one of my buddy who has that pilot thing set up. He had another short film that he, I think, got crowdfunded. I'm not 100% sure if he got it totally, if they got it crowdfunded or not. It was a while ago. But yeah, I don't know. Can't find a word and I'm getting really mad. Okay. I'm sorry. What? What word do you? I don't. I know that doesn't really help. By the way, my comic is about racism, but on another level because the characters aren't human. So, like, yeah, racism more in like in D&D, tieflings and dragonborn aren't really liked by more humanoid creatures kind of situation. I'm guessing something along those lines. But yes, Hollywood and big film studios are scared of taking. Yes, 100%. Sometimes they do, and it's great. And I think even when it doesn't work out, it's good. But obviously, for them, it's a money making venture. They're in it for the money. So it's important that it doesn't fail for them. And it sucks when it does, because then it hurts people. Even on a big blockbuster like Birds of Prey, it didn't perform well. At least opening weekend did not perform well because of the name. So they went and they changed the name from Birds of Prey and the fabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. So now it's got a different name, so hopefully the name recognition gets more people to go. They have different head shape, like triangle or square, the rounder shape, more worthless in society. They also divide the male female planet. They're going to change that. Yeah. I mean, the name, I liked the name. I thought it was cool, but I also understand who the Birds of Prey are. Most of the mass people they're advertising these movies to aren't going to know that. And it is what it is. I thought it was a good name. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. And knowing who those characters are, to me, it made it a more interesting name than just like Harley Quinn. And yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I understand why they named it that, and I also understand why they changed the name. Because the recognition was not there and people were not going to see it. Because most people referred to it as like the Harley Quinn movie, and no one, like I said, a lot of people. Which cartoons do you know? But hey, if I do good, I'm planning on starting my own movie. I hope you do, and I hope that it goes really well, because that would be awesome. Yeah. I really like movies, so I hope that it works out really well for you, 100%. And I hope you have awesome ideas, and I hope they crush it, and it's everything you always wanted. Oh yeah, I mean, that's certainly a big part of movies is making money. Because if you don't make money, then you can't make movies. I mean, I get 100% where like even the big companies come in and like have problems with making movies that don't make a big splash, and it sucks. But so Broken Soul, what do you mean? Like which cartoons? I'm not entirely sure. That seems like a very very broad question. That's my only issue with that. I'm not quite sure what you mean by which comic or which cartoons. Sorry. uh, cartoons series. Again, I that's a really broad question. Like well-known cartoon series or like cartoon series like Steven Universe, Futurama's Final Space, Gravity Falls. Fandoms. Um, I mean, I know a lot of cartoons. I'm not super heavy into like fandoms and stuff. Um, I mean, I love Gravity Falls. That's one of the best recent cartoons that has been out. 100%, and I love it. It's amazing. Cipher, yeah. I kind of figured on that. I wasn't totally sure. I haven't watched Final Space, but I love the guy who created it. I used to watch his like YouTube videos where he would sit and tell stories and stuff. It is solid. One of my favorite ones is the Monday story. That totally solid. I really need to watch Final Space though, because I haven't gotten around to it. And I love Olin. Olin is amazing. And I'm really happy that he got to do that. And it's totally, totally awesome. Olin Rogers. I actually have a signed poster from him. Which is somewhere. I don't remember where it is, but it's somewhere in this room. I don't I don't remember where I put it. Second season. Nice. Yeah, I'm really behind on like cartoons and stuff. I mostly because I don't even have like I don't have television and stuff. And I don't even remember where his stuff is streaming. I don't maybe it's on Hulu. I don't remember. But his stuff is awesome. And I'm super glad that he got to do that. And yeah, he definitely deserves that opportunity. He's a fantastic creative person. Seems very genuine and awesome in general. And yeah, super glad he got that. I think that was another like crowd-funded situation too, which is awesome. Adult Swim and okay, yeah, TBS and on Netflix. So I'll have to check it out because I definitely have Netflix. And like I said, I love Olin Rogers. He's a fantastic storyteller, funny person. Big fan for a long time. So it's awesome that he got that done. All right. I will keep that in mind. I'm sure I will like Kato. All right. Both seasons are on Netflix. Good to know. I will have to check that out. But yeah, I mean I know a lot of cartoons. I'm not big on like in the fandoms just because I don't have a whole lot of time for stuff. Because I do my stream and I work and all that fun stuff. So don't act like a child. It doesn't matter which character. Yeah, and Kato, from the way it's written and having never actually heard the name, I went with what I figured it would be. I guess Kato. If it was a K, I would have said Kato. I don't know if it's pronounced Kato or not. That is what it is. I'm definitely not going to nail every name of everything the first time, and I know that, but I went with Kato. So if it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm sure that popped up with something on Twitch that I don't see here. Let's check it. Good, it's off. It's more like Kato. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's too far gone in the thing, so I don't know. It will. Alright, so yeah, it's makes sense that it would be more like Kato. Or Kato. I think we can all agree Crawl Space being underrated. Well, I'm sure it is, but again, haven't seen it, so I can't really comment. I'm positive it's underrated just because I know that I feel like he was underrated, so it's certainly a possibility that the show he created is definitely underrated, but let's see, trying to make this look how I want. I think that works. Yeah, that's not too bad. Alright, so we got that shoe pretty much done. It has few very great music tracks on YouTube, like, yeah, that's good. Steven Yeun. I do not know who that is. I'm just not familiar with who that is or what they've done, but I'm sure they are wonderful at what they do. I'll have to check it out. Okay. Good to know. Honestly, Walking Dead was alright. I watched a little bit of it. It's just let's tilt that a little bit more actually. Too thick. Yeah, it was alright. I didn't watch that much of it just because I know where it was going, and it was I was alright not really keeping up with it. Yeah, I figured Glenn from The Walking Dead. Let's do that. Let's put that this way. Yes, that's better. All right. I like his voice. His voice is cool, so that'd probably be awesome. Let's see. I need to fix that. I don't really. I gotta go now to work on schoolwork. It's been very nice. Thanks for the time. See you maybe. I appreciate it. I hope you come back. It's always fun chatting. So glad when you guys show up. It's fun. It's more entertaining for me when I have people to chat with. All right, so let's see. We got no. Yeah. Good luck on the schoolwork. Hopefully, see you next time. All right, so we got that kind of set right. Let's get that a little bit. He does this. He does a weird voice for Locato, but it's not annoying. Well, that's good. I mean, that's part of voice acting is creating a voice for character, so it makes sense. I mean, not everyone does voices for their stuff, but certainly a lot of. Yeah, that's like right there. Not every character needs to have like a weird voice, but certainly some do. Accepting exchange happens around. Well, it's always nice when you like identify a little bit with a character. It certainly helps you enjoy the show a little bit more, I feel like. Let's do that. And to come down a little bit on this one. Let's see. Push this a little bit out. All right. I'm pretty happy with a lot of this. Again, like, wish my lines were a little bit better on some of this stuff, but sometimes it's just not gonna happen. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try and make it happen, but sometimes you gotta take what you got and move on. Like I said, it happens. Yeah, I mean that. I feel like that's a very important part of any cartoon is establishing like a relatable character, and then it's the voice actor's job to bring that to life. And if they can do that, they'll probably be pretty successful as a voice actor. Not guaranteed, but certainly helps. Okay, so we got that done. We got most of this set up. It's a little for my taste on some of this stuff, but it's on this separate layer. Just gonna try and fix this hair. Bring that up. Like one about Jack earlier. Can't get over his past. Yeah, I mean it's yeah. Like I said, I think good good cartoons, they have relatable characters. and they also have characters that you hate. You know, it's like it's not always gonna be like a good, relatable character. You're gonna have characters that you are designed to not like. I mean, and BoJack Horseman is kind of one of those ones where you're you're not supposed to really like him. Yeah, it's kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird little. No. Clarence, most of the other. I forget who Clarence is because I haven't watched BoJack Horseman in a long time. I watched the first season. It was good. I just never got back around to it because there's just so much to watch these days. Um, and my wife does not care for animation, especially thin line animation. Kind of, I don't know. She there's something about that like it doesn't sit right with her. So it is what it is. Um, oh, nice. Okay. Clarence from Final. Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I have no idea who that is. But yeah, let's try and get this. I don't really. Yeah, let's do that. Something like that. Zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, not so much. There we go. Okay. Whoops. But yeah, that it's important to have characters that people don't like in shows too, I feel like. Not always, but I feel like it helps like round out the show. If there's a character that people hate. Or at least dislike a little bit. Because hate's kind of a strong word, I guess, but certainly there are some characters out there that people hate, for sure. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's do that. Kill that. Feels like a lot more time has gone by. I'm surprised it's not already 12 o'clock. Honestly. Get some of this junk off of my screen. All right. Okay, there we go. Whoop. Getting a little bit. Because I grew up in a military. Yeah, I'm. Those are certainly, like, I mean, like I said, I don't really know the character or anything, but those are definitely reasons people would like just just the fact that they have similar a similar story or a similar background and stuff like that to a person would definitely create that that love for the character, or I forget where I was going with that. Like, I know what I'm trying to say, but like that shared experience kind of situation kind of makes you feel closer to the character, I guess, is kind of the gist of where I was trying to go. Okay, so let's kill. There we go. Let's see. Just kill that. Check that. Oh. I don't know about that. I'll have to try and figure that out. Let's kill this little spot here. I do need to put the I should put lines there though. Let's do this. There, that kind of separates it. Not creating like a tangent anymore right here, which is always always a bad thing, pretty much. Never really a good thing to have that. Let's slide this. Let's do there a little bit like that. Even kind of put in no. So a little bit like that, maybe. Yeah, that's better. Just need to kind of make the lines better now. There we go. That's a little bit better. So let's do, oops, it needs to curve. There we go. Yeah, we'll just do the, maybe that. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I really do. It's always fun to chat with you. It makes things go a little bit more enjoyable, I guess, for me. Let's see. And best of luck with the whole film school thing. I'm sure you're gonna do awesome, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what you make someday. So let me know when that happens. When you make something totally awesome, let me know, because I want to see it. I'm 100% sure you will. Yeah, definitely. I look forward to seeing your work. 100%. See ya. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Dun, dun. There we go. Cleaning this up a little bit, making it look a little bit better. By a little bit better, a lot better. That's what I mean. Come on. All right. I think we're kind of cleaning this up nicely. Just a little bit. Still a lot to do. I wish I had gotten farther on this. I really wanted to kind of get to the, at least the masking today. We might not get there though, because there's still quite a bit that needs to be done. Oof. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't get what you want. Let's see. Okay, let's do that. Okay, whoops. No. Oh, there we go. Lord. There we go. So let's do that. And move it up there. Like that. That is a really big chunk right there. Let's put, yeah. Gonna push it that way. Okay, come on, there we go. Okay. And that's not too bad. I think that looks pretty good. Shrink this line up a little bit. Oops. Okay, nothing important. Oops, there we go. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oy, sometimes. Nope. There we go. Right. There we go. That's a little bit better. Something kind of like that. Go up and up a little bit right there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Clean that line. Okay, let's kind of clean this little spot. All right. Just do that. There we go. All right. We've kind of cleaned this up to where it's acceptable. Could be a little bit better. Can always be better, but it's a lot better than it was. And that's a win. Let's cut this a bit. Like that. Nope. There we go. I want these to be a little bit more uneven. One longer than the other one, that's good. There. Good chunk of that. Bring it back. Like there. Okay. There we go. All right. Fix that little bit right there. That's too thick. All right. Something like that. Are making progress, and we're on the wrong layer again. Let's see. There we go. Definitely need some of these lines to be smoother. Also slightly thicker on some parts, but I need to figure out how that's looking. Okay, so that is going that line really. That line's not even gonna really. No, it'll be there a little bit because of the shirt isn't really solid. It's see-through. It's a little bit sheer is the word I'm looking for. Sheer. So we're gonna have to fudge that a little bit. Fix this line. Actually, no, that is to be there. Okay, so no. This can go. Let's bring that line back. There we go. Okay. Man. Body lines really need work. I need to figure out why some of these let's hide. That line doesn't need to be there. Because even though it's a sheer kind of shirt, oops, it's doubling over itself right there, so it would not be showing that arm. That arm will be the thing. Thin that line a little bit. There we go. Okay. This is probably the least exciting part, and I apologize for that, but it needs to be cleaned up because it is really, really bad. Okay, so yeah, that whole bit there can be erased behind the arm. All right. Well, that will be erased because it is under the shorts. Whatever. Let's see. Let's do it on the inside up here. Go up. Erase this again. There we go. Nope. Back down. All right. Again, just kind of smoothing these lines out because they're not looking very smooth. That's a bit of a problem. Yes. Okay. Jump up here. No, that is all this stuff. So let's push that. Okay, that's not too bad. Push that back out a little bit. That right there. All right. We're making our way through this. Let's do. That's not too bad. There we go. Put that. Oops. Just erase that arm bit out. Not entirely sure. Because I mean, technically, you kind of see the arm. But I might just use color to show. Not sold on line art being the way I'm showing the arms in the shirt. But it could happen. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely bring that in a little bit. This can go. All right. Guess let's get rid of that. Right there. Yes, that looks a little bit better. Okay. So we're ditching this. Might have to thin that up a little bit. Oops, we have a layer for that. So let's go in here. We're going to have to push this like that. There we go. Okay. Right there. Jump back up. Kind of work through that leg bit here. It's way too thick. All right. I definitely want some thick outlines, but I think that's too thick. There we go, a little bit more. Definitely smooth that a little bit. Okay, we can ditch this foot thing. Come on. There we go. Let's do. Yeah, something like that. Okay. We're getting a little bit smoother lines out of this than they were before. Let's definitely ditch these. Okay. All right. Smooth these out a little bit more. Or attempt to at least. Okay, grab it like that. There we go. Really need to get in the habit of using the rotate more, because it is really, really helpful. And it's so much more comfortable to do some angles than it is others. So okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's do. Actually, something a little bit more like that, I think. Okay, let's whoops one a little bit farther than I'd like to right there, which is fine. Okay. I'll fix that bit. All right. Let's see. hopefully next time we'll knock out the masking and flat colors, because it looks like, I mean, we're definitely not getting there today. Yeah. Give it that tiny bit of normal looking connection. And smooth that a little bit. There. It's looking pretty darn good. Let's jump over here real quick. Get that. Okay. Something kind of like that. It's not too bad. It's going to be really small. I mean, it's not really going to make that big of a difference from a distance. So I shouldn't spend too much time on this. All right. No, that's not. Something like that. There. Oh, let's see. I do not know what's going on with my dogs out there. Okay. All right. And it's not super important that these lines be totally straight because we'll be kind of like messed up in certain spots just because it's going over the pants, shorts, and whatnot. There we go. So I need to fix that hand. This face needs to be fixed. Yeah, there we go. All right, I think once I kind of smooth this out, I'm gonna call it. It's already 12:30. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to knock this out real quick. Let's rotate this way. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Actually, no. I need to rotate a little bit there. is pretty. Quite a bit smoother, at least. Okay. Let's zoom this out here. Rotate it. I think it's looking really, really good. Yeah. Need to fix the hand and stuff, but I think overall it looks really good. Okay, so let's put the black back on. Yeah. Made progress for sure, at least, which is all I can really ask for, is a little bit of progress. All right. So, save that. Hang that up. There we go. I really appreciate everyone stopping in. It's been a pretty productive day. I cleaned up a lot of the line work, got it looking a lot smoother, which is awesome. Next time, should be able to get to the masking, and then flat colors shouldn't take very long after that. Once I fix that hand and put the bat in, then they're pretty much good to go. Yeah, hands. Put the hands in, because you kind of see a little bit of the hand down the bottom there. But thank you again for stopping in. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out progress and stuff, links are right. Well, my ats are down there, and where you can find me. Instagram, Twitter, same handle. Find me on Facebook, YouTube. You could watch all my previous streams on YouTube. Most of them should be good with audio and all that, because I do use, hopefully, mostly copyright free at least. So yeah, really appreciate everyone stopping in. It's always a blast to chat with people, and hopefully you saw something you liked. Follow, subscribe, whatever it is, wherever you are. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for stopping in. Tell your friends, your family, if they like art and they have free time at 11 a.m. Pacific time on Mondays and Thursdays. I'm right here. I'm kid friendly. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. And I hope to see everyone next time. Again, thank you all for coming in, and I'll see you next time. Later.